Hey, Uda asked today, what does safety feel like and what does life feel like on the other side? And I didn't have time to address it, but it's such a great question. I thought I'd just do a quick little video and share here because on Friday we're going to discuss the topic of coping mechanisms for the holiday season, which I think is a great topic. What does safety feel like? Everybody's going to have their own unique experience. But for me, safety feels like rest and calm and love and tranquility. When I feel safe, I don't have to apply myself. There's nothing that I need to do. I don't have to fix something. I don't have to achieve anything. I'm just happy. I'm at rest. I'm happy just to be in the moment, just to be me. And when I feel safety, I can extend myself to other people, because it's an outward focus. I can be available to other people. I can lend a hand. I can think about other things in the world besides moi, besides me. So safety for me feels calm and wonderful, but there's this other part of safety that is there as well, and that is competence and confidence. I feel confident when I feel safe. Now, I know that I can't do everything. And I know that, well, I guess the best example is I love to write. In fact, I wrote a novel and I'm writing another novel, but I wrote a novel when I had my 6-year setback and it's called Hen. And it's not the best novel, but I wrote it. And I've always wanted to be a writer. More than anything, I just wanted to earn a living being a writer. I'm passionate about storytelling and words. I mean, it's my jam. But I also know that I will never be Hemingway. I will never be, any of the great writers. I have a ceiling on my talent. And that's okay. Because when I'm in that sense of safety, it's radical acceptance. And so what I'm trying to say is I can feel confident, but I don't have to feel competitive. I can be okay with my amount of talent. I don't have to beat myself up. Oh, I wish I was Shakespeare, wish I was Hemingway. Mine's not as good. I can just say, this is mine. Look, do you remember that little meme of the otter? And she was holding her little otter pup and she said, look what I made. She just said, I made this. So I can take my novel and say, look, I made this with no judgment, no competitiveness. That's, for me, safety as well, competence. But without the judgment, without the competition, you're just competent. And you're okay with your level of talent, with your level of capabilities. You're okay with that because you're in that sense of safety. You're at peace. If you're not happy with all that, then you're in the protect state. So for me, safety is, I live here most of my day here, which if you had told me years ago I would be able to do this, especially without a drink or a pill, I would have thought you were crazy. But this is where I live most of the time because of those 4 cornerstones. Because I know when I'm not here, like when I do look at my novel, for instance, and I wish I was more talented. It's like, what's the most loving thing to think, feel, or do, Jen? Oh, that's right. Let's not compete. Let's not judge. Let's just, be grateful for the talent that you do have. I really use that sentence, what's the most loving thing to think, feel, and do? And then I do my best to apply that. So safety for me is peace and calm, but there's some activity there. It's not like I'm just like totally chill and, just like comatose. There's excitement there too. There's a rustling about, there's some energy because I'm also curious in a good way. I watch Sesame Street with my 2-year-old Delilah. Her nickname is Yaya. And so I watch Sesame Street with Yaya, and there's this lovely segment that comes on sometimes. I wonder, what if, let's try. And I find myself applying that. Like I've got these big things going on with work, the behind the scenes stuff that I'm trying to do, like putting together the whole food plant-based guide. And, I get kind of bogged down and, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll go, well, I wonder, well, what if, well, let's try this. And it's just little silly, it's kid stuff, but it works. So inside of safety for me it's a delightful state, but there's also sometimes this energy of, I wonder, what if, let's try. It's capability, it's curiosity. I'm not frightened. I'm not worried about taking risks. I don't know. Safety also just feels like a warm hug from that which I call God, the mystery that I call God. I just feel like I'm okay, warts and all, personality defects, mistakes, sins, whatever you want to call it. It's just a warm hug saying you're okay. And what does it feel like on the other side? I don't have words, and I'll get teary. I don't have words. I don't. I don't. Beautiful, amazing, full of awe and wonder, gratitude, happy, all of those, but it's more than that. For me, it's this deep spiritual way of being. It's this understanding that I'm not in charge of people, places, or things. And it's me just showing up every day with awe and gratitude and wonder. Every day. Every day. And trying to stay in that all throughout the day. And not trying to, figure it out, because the brain's a make meaning working. And not trying to figure it out. Not trying to figure out, why did this happen? Oh, well, that happened because, I ate this, or that happened because so-and-so, or whatever. Like, that's just bullshit to me. I don't have to figure those things out. I'd rather apply my brain power to doing something constructive in the world, to giving, than to try to make meaning of the sorrow or the pain or whatever. I just practice radical acceptance. Life on life's terms. I just assume that something greater than myself is in charge and is watching over, and I'm okay with that. I don't have to force the river. I don't have to push the river. I just want to be a part of the river. And I want that love to come through me. I want it to reside in me, and I want it to pass on. I want to give. So I want to be in that beautiful loop, that beautiful circle. And that's what it feels like for me on the other side, is being in that circle of love, of giving, experiencing, giving, getting, experiencing, giving. It's a way of being in the world. And it means living that fourth cornerstone to the very best of my ability. Love well. And it doesn't mean about feeling love, because there are a lot of people in my life that it's hard for me to get in there and feel love for. But I can be loving in my thoughts to them. I can be kind and compassionate. Mostly it means I have to reside in forgiveness, and I have to forgive them. So for me, what does it feel like to be on the other side? It means to be a human being who is living up to and in her highest and best potential. I really do believe that. I think finally in my life, I am really spreading my wings and flying high the way that God intended for me, just the way God, whatever God is, creation, source, and whatever you call it, intended for you. We were all meant to fly high. Whether, you've got this big career, you make a lot of money, you've got a lot of fame and fortune. I'm not talking about measuring flying high by those man-made circumstances. I mean flying high for you, for what you've been made out of. And to me, flying high just really means that we have gotten to the place where we love. And it's not about the feeling of love. Again, it's just about that way of being in the world. And for me, that means I refuse to live my life in a way that harms any other sentient being. I respect and revere all of life. And that makes all the difference to me. It means I live in this amazing place. So that's what it feels like on the other side. awe, wonder, gratitude. It's an amazing place. I'm 11 years sober. I don't need a drink anymore to manage my emotions. I'm 10 years off my benzo. I don't need a benzo anymore to soothe out the edges of any anxiety that I have. My old self-shame, the shame that I carried around from my childhood, long gone. I just let it go. So this is what this feels like on this side. It's amazing, and it's better than ever, truly better than ever. And I know that each and every one of you will get here. And I made this video for my Mornings with Jenn group because somebody asked the question, what does safety feel like and what does it feel like on the other side? And I wasn't able to answer it in the group, but I think I will also probably post this on YouTube. So if you're watching it on YouTube, it was meant, I didn't say, hi, I'm Dr. Jenn. It didn't start out as I normally did because it had another purpose, but I think perhaps I might share this on YouTube. So if you see it on YouTube, I posted it on YouTube. All right. Remember the mantra, say it every day. I am safe. I am healing. I will recover, because you are safe, you are healing, and you definitely are going to recover in time. Be blessed.